Harold Halibut is one of the strangest and most lovingly handcrafted games to appear in years. It blends stop-motion aesthetics with narrative exploration, producing something that feels like a playable diorama as much as a video game. But the big question is whether Harold Halibut represents the next step in the evolution of art games, or if it stands alone as a beautiful curiosity that we may never see replicated. And in a break from my usual reviews, that's what I want to explore today. If you'd like more of this, consider subscribing and liking the video.
So, what are you in for?
Oh, I'm just here for the great company.
Aren't you a little young to start working for Allwater?
What? No, I'm
Over the last decade, we've watched a quiet transformation in the indie space. Game development has been democratized. The tools are more accessible than ever, opening up the space to more of us. And this has given us even more variety in our games, while AAA developers take less and less risks. Many indie developers have embraced games that prioritize mood, tone, and artistic intent over conventional mechanics or action. Titles like Kentucky Route Zero, Inside, Journey, Mutazione and Norco have shown that there's an audience hungry for work that feels closer to independent cinema than traditional gameplay. These projects are not just entertainment, they're cultural expressions. Harold Halibut enters this landscape with a confidence that suggests it knows exactly where it belongs, and that it is to be among those games that push boundaries rather than follow expectations.
Everyone clear?
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Roger.
What immediately sets Harold Halibut apart is its method of creation. The game doesn't simply imitate stop motion, it's built from the ground up with physical craft. Its characters, furniture, equipment, rooms, corridors, even the smallest props were sculpted, painted, arranged and photographed before being digitized. You can see brush strokes and fingerprints, the subtle imperfections of human hands at work. That tactility changes how the world feels. It draws you in not because it looks real, but because it looks handmade. It looks imperfect, just like we all are, just like all the stuff we have. Even the phone or laptop that you're watching this video on will have some scuffs on it that tell a story. This isn't just a visual flourish, it's a declaration of intent. Harold Halibut asks a provocative question. What if the future of game visuals doesn't lie in photorealism or AI-enhanced rendering, but in tactile analog craft returning through a digital lens?
A dear little ship in the sea.
If there's a genre that Harold Halibut fits into, it's what I'd call slow cinema games. These are experiences that encourage presence over progress, contemplation over completion. Much like Kentucky Route Zero, the game isn't worried about pacing its narrative in a traditional way. It's comfortable letting scenes breathe. It creates space for quiet conversations, slow wandering, and the simple act of being in a world rather than rushing through it. Harold Halibut isn't concerned with challenges or rewards. It wants you to feel the rhythm of life in this strange underwater colony. In a gaming landscape obsessed with efficiency, optimization, min-maxing, and constant dopamine hits, Harold Halibut gently asks you to slow down and look around. And that artistic stance alone makes it important to our industry. Putting aside my philosophical interpretation for a second, let me tell you about the substance of the game itself. At its heart, Harold Halibut is a story about feeling stuck. Stuck in a life, stuck in a job, stuck on an Ark-like ship that crash-landed in an alien ocean 250 years ago. The game follows Harold, a gentle lab assistant whose world is defined by routine. Cleaning equipment, delivering messages, helping out Dr. Moreau with her experiments, but everything shifts when Harold encounters a mysterious signal from outside of the colony. What begins as a slice-of-life tale slowly expands into a story about communication, belonging, and the possibility that life can change even after generations of stasis. Despite its theatrical presentation, the story is grounded in human smallness, awkward conversations, hesitant friendships, and long walks down dimly lit hallways. The writing leans into warmth, melancholy, and whimsical humor without ever tipping into parody. It's refreshingly earnest, and it uses its handmade aesthetic to create characters who feel approachable in their flaws. It's like a Wes Anderson film, but better. Mechanically, Harold Halibut is intentionally simple. You walk through interconnected areas, interact with objects, and trigger conversations or tasks. The quests are less missions and more moments. Repairing a device, fetching supplies, piecing together equipment, navigating the ship's cramped routines. Occasionally, the game introduces light puzzles or timed sequences, but they're more about reinforcing mood than testing your skill. The mechanics exist to give texture to everyday life on the ship, to make you feel the monotony that Harold feels, and to heighten the significance of the rare moments when something unexpected happens. This simplicity is a deliberate design choice. The game's story doesn't unfold around the mechanics, it unfolds through them. Every slow walk, every mundane task, every repeated route subtly reinforces the themes of stagnation, isolation, and the longing that we feel for something new. It's a game where meaning isn't found in what you achieve, but in how you inhabit the spaces and relationships that shape Harold's world. Perhaps a lesson that we could apply in our own lives.
The last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention.
There's no
Time.
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 All that time.
But here's the thing. Harold Halibut's value doesn't lie in the sophistication of its tasks. It lies in the boldness of its existence. It expands the possibilities of what game visuals can look like. It demonstrates that analog craft can coexist with modern technology in ways that most studios haven't even attempted. It proves that not every narrative needs to be grand, violent, or fast in order to leave an impression. It shows that there is still room for intimacy, stillness, and gentle world-building in an industry often dominated by bombastic spectacle. Harold Halibut might not reinvent gameplay, but it absolutely broadens our understanding of what interactive art can feel like. In the end, I don't think Harold Halibut is the future of art games, but it is very much a future. It's one possible branch in a growing landscape of experimental, expressive design. Some developers will take inspiration from its tactile creation process, others will borrow its quiet storytelling or its commitment to slowness, and some will simply admire it for the bravery required to make something this unusual. Harold Halibut isn't a model that every studio should copy. It is simply a beacon signaling that we're allowed to try new things, even if they don't fit neatly into established categories. And I really do hope that even the bigger studios take a breather and remember that their games can still be art alongside being money-making machines.
Oopa.
If you are interested in games that take risks, visually, narratively, or philosophically, Harold Halibut is essential for you to play. It's not universal, but it stands as one of the clearest reminders that games can be more than systems or mechanics. They can be meticulously handcrafted art pieces that invite you to experience a mood, a place, or a feeling that you've never encountered before. In an industry increasingly tempted to rush towards AI-generated content, supporting games like this underscores the value of human touch, intention, and craftsmanship in design, and helps expand our medium beyond its current limits. Whether this direction becomes a widespread trend or remains a singular achievement, Harold Halibut deserves to be part of the conversation about where games are heading next. Thank you for watching our little video essay. If you've enjoyed this, drop us a like, subscribe, and write us a comment about what you enjoyed about this game. And if you have any recommendations for similar games, I would love to read them. Thank you.